Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and today we are going to talk about pituitary gland anatomy. So let's start our topic with introduction. Pituitary gland, also called as hypophysis cerebri, is a small endocrine gland that is located at the base of the brain. Despite its small size, that is approximately zero point 0.5 gram, it is often referred to as master gland because it regulates the function of many other endocrine organs through its hormones. Location and position of pituitary gland. It is situated in the hypophyseal fossa of sella turcica, that is part of sphenoid bone. It is connected to the hypothalamus by pituitary stalk that is called as infundibulum. It is covered superiorly by fold of dura mater that is called diaphragma sellae. It lies below the optic chiasma and below the cavernous between the cavernous sinuses on either side. Dimension and weight of pituitary gland. It is about 10 mm in length, 13 mm in width, and zero point 0.5 gram in males and zero point 0.6 gram in female, and it can enlarge during pregnancy. Division of pituitary gland. Pituitary gland has two major parts with different embryological origins, structures, and functions. They include anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary, that is called as neurohypophysis. Talking about anterior pituitary, it is also called as adenohypophysis. It forms about 75% of the gland. It is derived from oral ectoderm and it is divided into pars distalis and pars intermedia and pars tuberalis. Pars distalis main hormone is the main hormone secreting part. Pars intermedia is thin layer between anterior and posterior lobes and pars tuberalis is wrapped around the infundibulum. It produces hormones such as growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, and prolactin. Next part of pituitary gland is posterior pituitary, that is also called as neurohypophysis, that forms about 25% of the gland. It is derived from neuroectoderm of diencephalon and it is composed of pars nervosa, infundibulum. Pars nervosa is main storage and release site of the hormone, and infundibulum is pituitary stalk that connect to the hypothalamus. Store and release ADH, that is also called as vasopressin and oxytocin, which are synthesized in hypothalamus. Relations of pituitary gland. Superiorly to pituitary gland, there is optic chiasma and hypothalamus. Inferior to pituitary gland, there are sphenoid sinus that are important for transsphenoidal surgery. Lateral to pituitary gland is the cavernous sinus that contain cranial nerve number 3, 4, 6, and ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve and also maxillary division of trigeminal nerve. Anterior to pituitary gland are sphenoid bone and sinuses, and posterior to it is dorsum sellae. Blood supply of pituitary gland. It is by superior hypophyseal artery that from the internal carotid artery that supply the median eminence, stalk, and anterior lobe. It is also from inferior hypophyseal artery that is from the internal carotid artery and it supply the posterior lobe. It is also by hypophyseal portal system, that is specialized network that carry hypothalamic releasing and inhibiting hormone to the anterior pituitary. Venous drainage of pituitary gland. Blood drains through hypophyseal veins into the cavernous sinus. Then this cavernous sinus drains into internal jugular vein. Nerve supply of pituitary gland. Nerve supply is mainly from hypothalamus through axons in the hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. No direct autonomic innervation for endocrine function is there. Microscopic structure of pituitary gland. Microscopically, it has anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary contains chromophil cells that are acidophils and basophil cells, and also it has chromophobe cells. While posterior pituitary contains axon terminals of hypothalamic neurons, pituocytes, and capillary beds. Functions of pituitary gland. It regulates growth, reproduction, metabolism, lactation, stress response, and water balance. It acts under the control of hypothalamic hormones. Clinical significance of pituitary gland. First is pituitary adenoma, that is a benign tumor that causes hormone imbalance and possible optic chiasma compression. Second significance is hypopituitarism, that is deficiency of pituitary hormone. Third is diabetes insipidus, that is due to ADH deficiency from posterior lobe. Fourth significance is acromegaly or gigantism, that is excessive growth hormone secretion by the pituitary gland. Fifth significance is Cushing disease, that is because of excessive ACTH secretion. Conclusion of this lecture video. Pituitary gland is small yet critically important endocrine organ that coordinates multiple physiological functions by regulating other glands. Its anatomical relation, dual embryonic origin, and vascular connection to the hypothalamus make it a central hub in the neuroendocrine system. And this is all about pituitary gland. Hopefully you like the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.